Crude oil is in the news again. Recently, Russia and Saudi Arabia have cut down on outputs, eventually raising the prices to $96 a barrel. This is way higher than $75 a barrel in June this year. In fact, in May, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, called OPEC Plus, had cut oil production by 1.6 million barrels per day for 2023. हाल फिलहाल में फिर crude oil prices कम हो गए हैं because the news of the Federal Reserve pausing rate hike came into play. In fact, China, the world's largest energy consumer, is also expected to increase its demand in the coming days. So prices are again expected to fluctuate. Investors are rattling all over the place that will crude oil prices influence equity market in India or even rupee depreciation? We can't tell you that. In fact, no one can. What we can tell you is that retail prices of petrol and diesel are unlikely to change in the coming months. कोई परिवर्तन नहीं आने वाला है. Hello, my name is Abhinav Trivedi and you are watching Detangle with Mint. दो रीजन हैं. पहला इकोनॉमिक है और दूसरा पॉलिटिकल है. पहले इकोनॉमिक पे आते हैं because of course we being Mint. India has imported majority of crude oil in the last 18 months from Russia. In fact, Russia's share in our crude oil imports went up from nearly 1% in 2022 to almost 42% in July this year. Russia was supplying crude oil at much discounted rates in the last 18 months. So much so that IOCs, which were in deep losses during COVID in 2020, have turned far more cash positive than ever before. Urals, the flagship Russian crude, which India has been sourcing, mostly traded below the G7 imposed price cap of $60 a barrel. As per reports, the gross refining margins of Indian Oil Corporation, the country's largest OMC, has increased more than 4 times in the last 3 years. According to CareEdge ratings, Indian state refiners are the key beneficiaries of cheaper Russian crude and will be able to clock higher gross refining margins, अर्थात GRMs, of at least $9 to $10 a barrel in financial year 24. The private refiners too have enormously benefited by refining and selling this crude to European countries that could not buy Russian oil directly due to fear of sanctions. कहने का तात्पर्य यह है, इस पूरी इकोनॉमिक इक्वेशन में इंडियन ऑयल कंपनीज को बहुत बेनिफिट हुआ है, चाहे वो प्राइवेट सेक्टर की हो चाहे वो गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर की हो. दोनों ने बहुत मार्जिन्स बटोरा है और इस वजह से ऑल दिस मीन्स दैट द गवर्नमेंट हैज इनफ कैश इन हैंड which can withstand any external shock and not let retail prices of petrol and diesel get affected. However, this advantage is slowly ending as Saudi and Russia have both recently announced output cuts, and the cost advantage which India had about 2 months ago is now slowly narrowing and margins are coming down. अब आते हैं कहानी के दूसरे हिस्से पर, political reasons. India is entering general election phase, which are scheduled in mid-2024. Ab in this environment, the government will not take risk of increasing retail petrol and diesel prices, as it will not only affect inflation but also public sentiment. Even the state governments will not take that risk. In fact, analysts are speculating कि चुनाव के आते-आते पेट्रोल और डीजल प्राइसेस के टैक्सेस पर सरकार कुछ कटौती करेगी. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? प्राइसेस बढ़ने के बजाय घट सकते हैं जैसे जैसे चुनाव आएंगे. Petrol and diesel prices will be in the news in the coming days, and we at Detangle shall keep you posted, which we always do. Stay tuned for more episodes and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our video. See you soon.
How can I achieve my targets? How can I achieve my targets? How can I target the remotest markets? How can I target the remotest markets?
You only progress when you ask better questions. Mint. Think ahead, think growth.